All right, here we go once again, another edition of What's Up with Jackson. Each year, many of you know that we do an interview with both Jackson and Gabriella as they're about to wrap up their year. And Jackson's birthday is in just a couple of days. He's going to be 12, so we're doing kind of a recap of his 11 years on Earth and the year ahead. So Jackson, how excited are you about your 12th birthday?
Very excited.
Clearly. What are you excited about?
I'm excited to almost be a teenager.
Nope, I don't want that to happen.
Yep, it's going to happen.
So we're going to reverse the aging process because I don't want him to be a teenager because that means he's this close to being in college, and then I don't like that a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost
okay.
18.
Almost 18. The guy's still 11 years old. All right, so 12 years old means you spent the last year in middle school in 6th grade for the very first time. Tell us about that so far.
It's been a really cool experience. I mean, lots of more freedom than usual. Much bigger school. No recess, but still going into athletics next year. That's going to be super cool.
Well, tell me about that, because no longer will you be part of your rec teams. You know, Dad won't be coaching you anymore. Mm-hmm. You're going to be a part of the school. You excited about that?
I really am. It's going to be super excited because I'm playing for a team. We have rivals. It's like whenever I watch like college ball or high school, it's super cool, and I'm glad to be in part of that environment.
Yeah. So what sports are you hoping to play in 7th grade for your school?
I'm gonna play football, basketball, and maybe just to try soccer.
Try soccer. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
So if you don't play a sport, then you'll have to still like do other things like gym and that stuff and running. And I'm like, might as well just have fun with it.
Try your hand at it or your foot. You like that? Yeah, I liked it more than he did. Hey, so let's look back at this past year. 11 years old. Tell me about this past year, not just in school, but in life and all the different things that you've been up to.
It's really been cool. I mean, of course, going into 6th grade, that's been just crazy. We won a football championship. Basketball season, I started a new football league. It's called 7-on-7, one-hand touch, and it's really new, but it's super fun, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun this year. I wish your basketball coach was a little better. We wouldn't have finished 3rd. Yeah, that guy could have done a better job, right? Yes. He didn't get thrown out of any games this year, though. No technicals. Guy's awesome. Anyway, so let's talk about, easy. Let's talk about your classes at school. What are some of the favorite things that you like to do at school as far as your classes, and also how they're different from elementary school?
Well, we have no more specials. We used to have specials. We have electives now where you pick 2, and those are really cool. Like I have a class that's mainly focused just on theater. So it's not like you get a school play or class play every once in a while. It's like an actual theater class. And then I'm in band, and that's really cool because the performances and playing in a full band and all the instruments. And so those are my electives. Class-wise, it's been much different with 8 periods and having to switch classes like all the time. Because we used to just switch between 2 classes, and now it's like all these classes, and it's crazy. But it's fun to walk around the school to get to the classes, and you can see everybody, and that's really cool.
And make new friends too, because before it was just your Heritage Elementary little crew, and now you've gotten multiple elementary schools that have all come together in one for middle school. Yeah.
Really cool.
Exactly. So how did you do your first semester?
Pretty good. I mean, it was a little weird seeing it was all like rushing into it, and I was like, whoa, what is all this, right? But I still did pretty good on it, and it was super fun, and it was new, but I kind of got the hang of it.
And your grades?
A's.
All A's, that's right. And how you doing this semester?
Well, 2nd semester I got A's, and this semester I have A's.
Okay, all right. So he's got a lot to live up to, right? All A's all the time, right? Or we beat him. Don't. We're going to edit that part out, but we'll split his lip if he doesn't get all A's. No, he's a great student. He's a good boy. He works hard. So let's talk about your family. Some of the things that are going on with your family. We used to have 4 people. We still have 4 people, but we added a 5th family member. What's that guy's deal?
Roscoe.
Oh, boy. Tell everybody about Roscoe.
Well, he started off like this, and now he's kind of like this, and he is hard to control. I mean, when I take him on walks and he sees other dogs, I mean, it's kind of just like, I just gotta pray that he doesn't go wild, and then he goes wild.
And then he goes. You hope he doesn't go wild, and he still goes wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are some of the things that he likes to do the most?
Chew on my hands, my feet, anything that's chewable, he chews. Yeah. It's really cool because he's so big and fluffy, so when he finally calms down for like that 1 hour of the day, it's super cool to pet him and he's calm. And then, 2 hours later, he's going to be crazy. But, I mean, it's a really cool experience having a dog.
Yeah, it is. He's added a lot to the house for sure, including scraped up hardwood floors, toys everywhere, slobber, all those good things, right? Torn up my yard. So he's a blessing. We love him so much. No, he's a good guy for sure. We love having him. Now, speaking of wildness, here we go. Tell me about the other wild person in this house.
How I like to say it is there's one animal and Roscoe.
And who is this animal you speak of?
My sister.
And who is she?
Gabriella.
And what makes her so wild?
Well, she doesn't care, first of all. You tell her something, she's like, no, I do what I want.
Yep.
Sassy. That adds a lot to her.
Uh-huh.
Overall, crazy. Just uncontrollable.
Yeah, pretty much. But you love her. You look out for her. You're a great big brother. Even though she tests you, she tests him nonstop for sure. It's tough.
Yes.
She's a good one, though.
Yes.
We'll keep her. Now, if we had to keep her or Roscoe, who would you keep?
Can we send both away?
Oh, no. We'll have to choose. So we'll choose after this video, right? And then if we do a video with Gabriella before she turns 7, then we kept her. If you don't see a video of Gabriella after she turns 7, then we kept Roscoe. And then Gabriella joined the circus or moved to Vegas?
Probably.
Or maybe a circus in Vegas. Who knows? She could pretty much meld into any lifestyle.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about a few things in the world going on in the last year. It's always crazy, and it's always interesting to get an 11-year-old's perspective of the world. What are some of the things that you've noticed that are going on, not just now, but in the last year, that have kind of made you interested in world and current events?
What's really got me interested is the pandemic. That's been really, I don't like it, of course, but a cool thing about that is the businesses. It's cool to come up with new business ideas that can help people keep their businesses going due to COVID. So that's been kind of cool.
Yeah. Now, speaking of businesses, and we'll get back to the world events, but that reminds me of something. So you just started something a couple of months ago that's kind of entrepreneurial and something that helps you learn about money and owning your own business. And tell them about that.
So we just recently got into sports cards, and it's a really cool way for people my age to learn about investments. So if we buy a card for this much money and then sell it for more, then bam, that's profit. And you take that and invest more and more, and then it's the investment. And if you fail, then that teaches you that not all investments work. But it's really cool, and you can base it off of the events that are going on in the leagues. So it's not just you get the card and you're like, well, whatever the value is right now, that's what it's going to be like. But if we get a football card and they go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, the profit's going to go way up. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, indeed. And it's taught you a lot about making smart decisions, about not rushing into things, using your money wisely, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And it's been a lot of fun too, because it is like the stock market for sure, but oftentimes, for an 11-year-old, the stock market may be a little boring, but if you put it in terms of sports cards, kids get interested. And it's the same concept. So pretty cool.
Yep.
All right. So What are some of the other things that you like doing other than collecting sports cards, trading, that kind of thing?
I really like playing basketball, football, love sports. I love watching sports because it always is cool to see these videos and all of that, and gets me into like watching the games more. And the past year I've always been into sports, but I've got so much more into watching sports, like turning Sports Center on every morning. And it's really intriguing to just find teams that you like and then follow them. That's super cool.
Yeah, indeed. And then, so you told us about the things that you like. Tell us about some of your friends. Who are some of your friends?
I have a couple of different groups of friends, like sports, school, just anything, right? So school-wise, my friends, Cooper B, Beckett,
Yeah.
Bear, and I think that's most of my friends who I hang out with. And then there's Brendan and Bryson, Austin, who doesn't go to my school, but we've been friends for a long time, so that's really cool.
Yep.
And from my football team, Gavin and Bodie probably.
Yeah. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got Jack Weaver, who's real cool. He's been a new friend as well from start of football season. So
Actually, this summer.
that's right, because you guys did a summer camp together. So
I told you to keep an eye on him.
I know, and I'm glad you did.
Got him.
No, this here's the great thing about Jackson is he's really good about picking great kids for his friends. All the kids that he mentioned, and kids like Ty Sabler and those kids who don't go to your school or don't play sports, but you've known for a while. All of those kids are unbelievable good kids. Good parents who care and they're invested in it. And and he could easily probably hang out with anybody at school, but the fact that he picks these kids to hang around is a tribute to his character. So that's why we're so proud of him for sure. Aw, shucks. Okay, so let's get back to the world event. So you talked about the pandemic. What are some of the other things that are going on in the world? And more specifically, what is something that you see that you would like to try to fix in the world?
The most recent thing was the Ukraine-Russia thing. And I thought that it's intrigued me more to look into it, to see like the problems that are going on and what's happening and how other countries can get involved to stop it and how Ukraine is dealing with it. And I've been really intrigued with that too.
Yeah.
And mostly I don't get much intrigued with all that stuff, but that's been really cool to me.
Yeah, indeed. And so what is something that you see as a problem, a world problem, that you would like to try to solve? Because you're almost 12 years old. You have a voice. You're smart. So now is the time to start thinking about ways that you could positively impact the world.
What I said before, I really think it's like small businesses. How so many businesses are going out of business, and I like to come up with cool ideas that will help them. So if an ice cream place is going out of business, then help them promote their ice cream or something.
Right.
Or I think that's really cool. And
Yeah.
That's what really intrigued me was to help small businesses.
Yeah, and to your point, that's a great point because, even though it may not be on the surface a global issue, it starts from each neighborhood, right? So when you help save one business, you help save another, and you're keeping them in business, and you got people coming in, and then maybe it impacts your city, your state, your country, and then worldwide if everybody buys into supporting local businesses. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right. So let's, all right, we're going to wrap it up real quick here, but what I want to do is I want to do a rapid fire like we always do, right? Rapid fire questions, Q&A. Here we go. So favorite moment of being 11 years old?
Winning my football championship.
That was fun.
That was an awesome moment.
Playing on the big high school field with the announcer.
The announcer. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Gosh, I love that. That was a great little team. Let's see, favorite food?
Pasta.
Pasta.
Always
Okay.
pasta.
All right. Favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. What color blue?
Carolina blue.
My man. Hey, okay, so how about favorite team in the NBA?
NBA, I like the Bulls, the Magic, and the Warriors.
Okay, why do those three?
I I think the Bulls because Carolina players on them, and I've always kind of had like a thing for the Bulls. They're a fun team. Warriors again. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I like following them and I like to see them win, you know, because they're a great team and they're so fun to watch. And the Magic, I don't know, the Magic again, they're not the best, of course, but they're also a really fun team to watch. And we have a Carolina
And
player
then right
on
here, yeah, you can't see it. It's right off camera, but an autograph of Cole Anthony.
jersey.
From-
That was another moment. I'm 11 years old.
Yeah, that was awesome. We got to meet a former Carolina player and a future NBA star right now for the Orlando Magic. He signed your jersey. That was a lot of fun. And then, of course, you've got he's really into jerseys. So he didn't mention the Hornets, but that's a LaMelo Ball.
NBA players, my favorite would have to be Cole Anthony, Steph Curry, and LaMelo Ball. I think they're like super fun players, and it's enjoying to watch them. You know,
Right.
bring a new way to the NBA. I mean, with LaMelo Ball's crazy passes and playmaking, and Curry shooting, it brings like a new vibe to basketball.
Yep,
I
indeed.
think that's really cool. And Cole's dunking. I mean,
He's nasty,
God.
man. I love it. Yep, Carolina guy. All right, so so let's look ahead quickly. What, as of right now, would you like to do with your life as far as a career? Because it changes every year, and that's okay. But what is it that going into your 12 years?
Career, I really want to pursue in football, and then after that, I want to announce a little. If I don't make it in football, I want to become like an analyst or a sports broadcaster for ESPN, and like I watch these videos of these guys go to games and that stuff, and get to like talk to the players, and I thought that's like a career that I want. And then after that, I want to open a card store when I'm like older.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and where would be, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Oh, that's a hard one. Because first thing that comes to mind is, of course, LA.
Well, of course.
But I want to live close to Chapel Hill, you know,
Yeah.
see all the players always.
Yeah.
Always be able to visit there and go to games, get like season passes when I'm older. So maybe like around the Raleigh-Durham area.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of family there as well. So we'll just bring all of our jerseys and everything else here, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
East Coast would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, what is your dream vacation?
Vacation. Ooh, that's a good one. You're going to make me think. I would have to say either Hawaii, because I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, or Fort Lauderdale. Just anywhere there's like a blue ocean, like just clear blue water. I really want to see that.
Yeah, we'll have to make that
And
happen.
Chapel Hill.
And, well, of course, Chapel Hill. We go there a lot. We're going to have to go back this fall for football.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to catch a game, meet up with everybody. All right, what is your one goal going into your 12th year? What is one thing that you would like to accomplish?
I want to be on the A team for football and basketball. That's my goal.
Okay.
And get all A's too. Again.
So
just
all
everything.
A's literally across the board, whether it's all A's in academics, A team on football, A team on
all
basketball. So your mantra this year, your theme could be all A's.
All A's.
I love it. All right, well, we're going to check back with you 1 year from now when you're about to turn 13. No. Oh, that's right. I forgot. 12. Look at these chompers, braces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got braces. So that means you're an official preteen, because that's a prerequisite for every 11 and 12-year-old kid.
Yep.
And how long are you going to have them on for?
I think another close to like 2 years and 3 months.
Oh.
It was about 2.5 years, and I've had them on for like 3 months now.
Yeah.
So about close to 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Oof.
Very nice. All right. Any last messages to everyone who's always so kind to watch this each and every year?
Thank you for watching me grow up through the past years. It's been really cool, and see you guys later.